you insomniac for sleeping all my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That's embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it, made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sing my shit like.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Hall to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Grady Jarrett. gets the sack. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Back to the ground with Hall. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 45 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. 1st and goal, a good chance for our 1st touchdown of the new season. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Looking to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go.
10 cycles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Switch, yellow. Check pink.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Throw, 52. Opposite, green, black swap. Ready?
Gibson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Yellow, 1. Double, 38. 12, 10. Ready.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
560.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Hey, green. Pause red.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Check white. Switch yellow.
Now Patterson to start the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Right, 97. Black shot.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready up. 22 needle. Check pink.
A give to Gibson running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Out to his left. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
52.
Back to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Okay,
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Opposite. Reach. Ready?
A handoff running left is Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 10. 36-yard line.
Drill green. Black, red. Light blue. Ready.
2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
12, 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That is caught. It's Uzama. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Black block. Yellow, line.
A give running right, Gibson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Blue. White. Ultra.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons! There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Ritter will throw for it. pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hall again on second down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Wilson. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Striker, 3-3. Smith red.
Here's Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. But let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 19-yard line.
Blue strike. Blue check.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check right. Switch yellow. Check up.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll run with Patterson, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. But the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hall again on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Down to the 22-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
564 weeks.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Go, 38.
They'll drop to throw. Able to find Patterson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. He's back to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready?
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And Sharp calls it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Looking to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready, set.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On the ball.
Now Franks. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check that.
Franks now. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace full room, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed me. millions with soul food flow that stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flat.